Ethan, do it. Just
go.
launch.
Great.
Launch into a.
Just launch. This isn't a test. We're going just straight into it.
All right,
Ladies
well,
and
I was gonna
gentlemen, this
say
is
something.
not a drill.
What were you gonna say, Jackson? Go ahead.
Let's hear it.
There I lay in darkness.
You're reading my description.
No. There I lay in darkness. Then there was a light. Into this light stepped a man named Braden. And from a corner of the room, illuminated by the ambient light, leaned another, watching, wishing he lay in the light. This man was called Ethan. But then there was me, alone, lusting for company. My name is Jackson, and welcome to Help Me Help You.
Nice.
I hated every second of that.
Help me help you.
Help
What an
you.
idea.
Ethan,
What
what
a
was
message.
yours? What was your?
I was just gonna say, like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Even that's dumb.
I'm your host, Ethan.
I'm your host,
Tonight,
Ethan. Tonight.
we
two
talk
guests.
sensual
One.
noise.
God.
a Russian
We need to
synthesizer,
restart this.
Another, an Italian.
Oh man.
No, we don't. I
Oh,
think we're. I
It's
think
up
we're
to
good.
you. It's up
think
to you
we're
to
good?
guess
You think
who.
we're good?
I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's just keep going.
Whatever.
Let's,
Okay.
keep at it.
All
Should we
right,
do like
fine.
an introduction type thing?
Introduction.
You might as well.
Explain who we are.
3 things about yourself. Go, Braden. you
I'm not. I can't do this. The stress is too much. It's killing me.
How about your
no.
5 most controversial political views?
Ethan,
You really just go straight
Ethan,
into it.
Just straight
Ethan,
into
you
it.
know that
I
I can't answer that. I can't.
I can't think of 5 controversial
I think-
political
I
I
think
can
views.
definitely think of 5
I have.
controversial.
I
things, but
feel like we should just never say. It should be entirely ambiguous. It
think?
should be presented to us. People should come to us with theories about where, particularly on the spectrum, what
You
X,
think?
Y coordinate we are. Yeah.
I hope that they think that Jackson's like alt-right.
All right.
Oh,
I'm
God.
fine.
oh God.
That would make my
I'll
day.
fill out like a questionnaire one day.
Oh,
a questionnaire.
That could be a
and
thing.
Jackson, you're gonna get fascist somehow. I don't know how, but you're
oh
gonna
my
do it.
God.
Like by some weird technicality. Even though you answered all the questions otherwise.
We can take like a series of tests. We can take an IQ test.
Void
we can
comp
take.
test. Ethan, you'll
Yeah.
fail that one.
Dang.
Oh God.
Okay, 3 things about myself.
Mm-hmm. Or 4.
Or I can do 4.
3 or more. Mm.
Ooh,
However many you want.
I can keep going for a while then if I could just think of one. It's a lot different when there's
Yeah,
time
it's like
and
pressure.
money on the
It's
line.
like being
pressure,
watched
pressure.
when you're in the bathroom.
I don't know.
right?
It's like no.
You're waiting for the stream and it's just not coming. You got
I know.
crying
Oh my
eyes.
god. Oh my god, Ethan, I feel that. Oh my god, you have no
Really?
idea.
Like
I'll
right
be
now?
like, no, not right now. No,
Oh.
no, that's like you'll be in the bathroom and like
Yeah.
somebody will just rock up to the stall right next to you
Yeah, this has
for
happened
no good
frequently.
reason.
I get you
I
are
mean,
you,
I mean, I'm in public places.
you do you seem like the type of person who would like strive to go to public bathrooms just to prove yourself. Like is some
You
sort
think?
of principle. Like
as like
you,
a principal thing.
like you know in the back of your head, you tell yourself that I know that other people don't want to use the men's bathroom here, so I'm going to do it just to prove that I am to myself better than everybody.
I think I better start sharing facts before I'm framed in the wrong kind of light. This
think
is
it's a good idea.
this
Brandon,
is
I think
slander.
I
Slander.
think that your light is very particular. Is very important to you, and I think we shouldn't give it to you.
My light.
Yeah, you don't get a light.
What?
You
like
you
a
don't-
like a metaphorical one or
light.
like
You
a
don't
literal light?
You know, Brayden, we're not giving you that flashlight. Sorry, you're not allowed to have it.
Okay. Anyways, 3 facts
Offended.
about myself. Hi, my name is Braden. I'm currently in school. I work at an animal hospital, and that's 3 things. It's somebody else's turn now.
Dang. That's fair. That's
Ethan, I think you should
it's
go.
really unfortunate because I could
Ethan, you had like
what
a long time to think.
I have a lot of time to
3
think.
things. 3 things.
3 things.
Right, they're gonna make them ambiguous too. Oh
Ambiguous?
my god! No, don't really.
Should I give my favorite color? I
Oh,
don't have a favorite
wow.
color.
God, that's exactly what you'd say.
Should I give my favorite color? Wait, I don't have one. Claudia, that is,
color.
you know what?
like-
you know what,
I
Ethan?
like-
I think that's enough about you right there.
I think that pretty much
That's my personality
characterizes summed up. Hey, what's your favorite color? Well, I don't have a favorite color.
No. Him
Well, it
saying that
depends.
he's going to say
It
his favorite
depends,
color and
like,
then realizing
is it
he
like-
doesn't have one.
Ethan,
Yeah.
is it like a mood thing? Like you're prone to like swings
maybe.
of favorite colors?
God.
How
I'd
do you
say,
feel?
well, I think it maybe. It's like you asked, he's like, Ethan, what's your favorite color? And depending on my answer, it's
Like, does one pop into your head? Like,
Brayden, can you imagine if I tell you like pink, purple? Ooh, what a
I don't
feeling.
care.
How
I
about
mean,
a deep magenta.
ooh,
Oh.
Ethan.
you're like Ethan, what
God,
are you
what
feeling?
a-
It's like, you know what I'm feeling right now, Brayden? A deep magenta.
Ooh, Ethan, you better be careful what you say.
I know what Jackson's favorite color is.
What's that, Ethan?
What?
What's that? Oh no, my favorite color is actually purple.
I thought you were
So-
gonna say like chartreuse or something.
No, my favorite
Beige.
color
Or
is purple.
chartreuse. Beige. Beige is a good color. Olive
Beige is a
drab.
color. Oh
Like,
yeah,
what about olive
Brayden and his
drab?
earth
Straight
tones.
purple.
Earth tones. I love my earth tones.
Um,
Ethan, you guys, how do you feel about the color red?
What do you mean?
Red,
color
like
red
it's
is
supposed
like
to
color of
invoke
blood.
It is
emotion.
like it's a primary color. I mean, I feel about the same way I feel about blue or
you know
yellow.
what, I think the
You're no
color of
fun.
this notepad from Office Depot is very enticing. It's a very
White
like
and
it's like a
red?
lipstick red.
What red?
It's a lipstick.
Gallipoli?
You mean like
dumbass.
flat red?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's so vivid.
You hear that?
Like-
vivid.
It's like the color of the roses. You know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Beautiful colors.
Bet you can't guess who drew those.
That
No.
was not me.
It wasn't me either.
I
It was the
didn't
one who
do
doesn't
it.
have a favorite color.
The beautiful MS Paint
Well,
depictions of ourselves.
I
but
know.
he's not gonna say anything important about himself. I'll say something.
No,
about
okay, go for it. Tell us about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm
Mr.
Jackson. I am a horrible person.
Wow.
I like chemistry.
Jeez.
We're getting real
and-
honest here.
And don't ask me anything insensitive, or else I'll answer something insensitive.
Oh.
Keep
You
that
see,
in
we're
mind.
being very truthful. Say Jackson.
Yeah. What's up, Brady?
Yeah, Ethan, what have you got? You said your favorite not color.
My favorite not color. Wait, no, I didn't.
I know because you didn't
Oh,
say.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
God.
Oh man, I'm also in school. Like Brayden.
Look at you go.
I know. There's not. I mean, there's not a lot, right?
There's got to be more.
What
to
else
than
am I?
There is
your
more about
education.
you to say.
Oh,
Are you kind of quirky? Is that a
I
good
mean,
one?
I guess it's not for me to decide.
You can decide it if you put your tongue out on your Snapchat.
How about I'm an avid
emoticon.
Hearts of Iron player?
And, oh no!
Don't no.
No,
that's so bad, right?
No. Oh, it's
God.
Ethan. You need to
But-
see a support group.
Yeah.
I could say that even though I'm not in schooling, I had a better career path schooling wise than either of you. Chemical engineering.
Okay,
Dang.
what's that? We're bragging about the
Jesus.
school
Yeah,
we
I'm-
failed out of. Okay.
Yeah, I am. What are you what do you think? I'm not still proud of it?
I don't know. I don't know how
You
I'd
what?
feel about that. I mean, I go to community college, so I'm winning in the long run.
Dang. It's true.
God.
Ease
damn.
that financial burden.
The
Loving it.
financial burden, huh?
I'm loving it.
Oh.
You think I can get like copyrighted for that?
Maybe.
We'll
I think
bleep you out,
that
Brayden.
falls under. I think that
Well,
falls under fair use.
We'll bleep you out in a certain way
I
so that
put my
people
own
still
spin
know
on it
what you
though.
said, but like not really.
I put my own spin on it though. I changed the
Yeah?
note a little bit, so
Oh,
it's
did
actually
you?
fine.
Is it that you actually intended to change the note, or just that you're off key?
I was doing a parody,
Brayden's
which is
inherent
covered
tone
under
deafness.
which is covered under fair use. I don't think I'm tone deaf. I think I just have a different way of.
I have heard you
of
hum some
viewing.
songs that it's like if I didn't know what the words were, I like it. Okay, you like would sing them right, and you'd say the words, and I'd recognize where the words were from. And if I didn't recognize where the words were from, I'd have no idea what you're humming.
Well, yeah, it's because I hum the words, not the actual rhythm.
Oh man.
I had a
Oh,
thought. I had a
Okay.
thought. You know how there are
Those are
the
dangerous.
tastes, right? What is there? There's sweet, sour. They're all
Savory.
yeah. What are the? Would
umami.
you say that
Umami, Jesus
metallic
Christ.
that
What?
metallic is its own taste?
Maybe.
Because I was thinking about this the other day. I have never
Not
tasted
entirely.
anything that doesn't. I've never tasted anything that tastes like a penny.
Well, have you ever had something
Do
that was
you
alkali? Have you ever had something basic, Ethan? Because that's the taste of metal.
Dang.
Like go drink some go drink some water with baking soda in it, and it'll taste kind of metallic.
I kind of want to go back to
you.
something though, Ethan. You said the taste of a penny.
Yeah,
Ethan,
like if you're like
do you like just throw those in your mouth and
Oh my god, you're not one of those kids, are you, Ethan?
Ethan,
no, I
Have
don't
you
put
do you
random
swallow
pennies in my mouth.
coins?
My brother did.
Did you really?
My brother on Christmas Eve, apparently, and this is never confirmed, swallowed a
So
penny,
allegedly.
started crying, and then my parents had to come up and like deal with it while I was trying to go to sleep. And he was like, they did like we called the hospital and whatever. It's like, what do we do? Our child just swallowed a penny,
It
and he
should
was like,
just
well, you have to
pass
make sure
through.
you check the stools, make sure the penny comes out. Well,
So did they ever
my
find
mom did that for a while, never found the penny. So either he didn't swallow it and like just kind of in his sleepiness imagined that he had eaten the penny, or to this day he
it? So
is
it
like
could still be
there's
in
a
He's
there.
housing a
there's
penny.
a
He better not go get an
copper zinc
MRI.
foreign body in his small
Well,
intestine.
I don't really know exactly how MRIs work. I was gonna say if it's copper, does that still?
Does that trigger the?
Oh, oh,
Yeah, why
Because I
would
thought it was just iron, like magnetic stuff.
well,
you just get an
do
X-ray?
do you not know how? Okay, so copper
I
is
just said I don't know
paramagnetic,
how
Brayden,
it.
and under the strong electromagnetic fields of an MRI, it becomes very much magnetic.
Look at Mr. Science over here.
What are you saying? He shouldn't get an MRI, or he should?
He should not get an
Well, I
MRI.
guess
Okay, I thought you said that he
tear its
should,
way
and I was
through
like,
his
It
body.
really comes down to whether or not that penny's still lodged in his intestines
It does. It
somewhere.
really does.
I don't think it is. I think he
The hell
imagined
is
it,
that? Yeah.
or
That's
like
My little brother legitimately
he had a
swallowed a
dream.
dime.
a dime. That's different than a
Yeah.
penny, though. I mean, we're talking
Yeah.
just orders smaller.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know. I
Drew
feel
did
like
pass that.
different metal, different size. One's got smooth edge, one's got a rough
Taste.
edge. I mean, you can't compare those.
No.
I mean,
So what if they're still currency types? And
Hmm.
they're both coins and they're both round and they're both swallowed.
You know what, Ethan? I'd
Hmm.
say that your brother definitely imagined it, because if he still had a copper penny in him, the hydrochloric acid in the stomach would have definitely interacted with that copper, and you definitely would have gotten copper poisoning
Well, we
like
were saying that it was in his intestine.
in his intestine.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
because
guess
they
so,
don't.
that
Because
wouldn't.
people swallow pennies all the time. Like children swallow pennies. It's a usual occurrence.
There's
And
also a
they
lot
just
of
said it
adults
would
do that.
pass eventually. So it's not like it's
It would
sitting in
come
his
to
stomach
pass. Well,
festering.
maybe it's slowly passing. Like, do you think one day he'll just be sitting on the toilet and
Yeah.
it'll just bing?
Well, like
Shoots out.
rocket ejection.
Like
Pneumatic.
the porcelain.
Oh my god.
I wonder if it's like, it's like you're like a mini time capsule if you do that.
Oh.
Just imagine you
I
take like okay, it's like let's say it's already an oldish penny, like 1990, right? And
that's
not that old at all.
that's not that old. That's 30
Ethan,
years old.
that's not old at all.
It's
30 years
I'm
is...
okay compared to anything more recent than 30 years.
Ethan, the
It's
most
old.
common penny is 1973.
What
All
does
right.
that have to do
Well,
with anything?
all right, Jackson. For the sake of argument, let's say
If you
he
want to say an
swallowed a
old penny, why don't you
1973
say
penny,
God.
right? And then 20 years from now, or 40 years from now, right? Much later in his life, out it comes. He's got 5 cents in his hand now because of the inflation.
I mean,
and all
that's
that.
like what, an 80-year-old penny now?
Yeah.
Ethan,
You
What?
think you?
Or
I've
not
seen.
inflation.
I don't think they'll let him spend
Ethan,
it for 5
direct
cents.
currency does not get affected by
No,
inflation like that.
I'm
That's not
saying
how that
it's
works.
no. I try to correct myself. Not inflation. It's just the date on the coin make it valuable.
Right.
We'll
Not sure
fancy
that's how that
that.
works.
It's like the by the watch in the
Then I don't
market.
think. Then I don't
Buried in
think.
the
I don't.
sand
I
for
don't think
100
you
years
know.
and dig it
Ethan,
up twice.
I gotta be honest.
It's
I
with
don't
a
think you know how
crap
the
penny.
coin industry works.
No? Oh, I'm sorry,
No.
Jackson. I didn't know we had a mint specialist here.
Well, my grandma had
Yeah,
a collection
Jackson.
of coins, and I had to do a lot of research for it to figure out how much they were worth.
I have a
I
collection
had
of
to do
coins
like
too.
a
Does
whole
that
week
make me an
worth of
expert?
goddamn.
Oh, wait.
No, I was trying to figure out what they were worth.
Oh.
I was
Well,
trying
I
to
don't know.
appraise them myself, so I had to do research on it.
Look at you go.
Thing.
So I know a little bit.
So Jackson, I've got a
I'm not claiming to be an expert.
I got a
Boy, shut up.
1958 nickel with the D mark on it for the mint. Jackson, about how many standard U.S. dollars is that coin worth?
Probably worth nothing. I don't know.
You didn't even give me 5 cents.
No, I wouldn't give you 5 cents for a nickel.
That's an interesting
Do
statement.
you think, like, people like Jackson are the reason inflation exists? Like, everyone thinks it's something else, but it's actually people disregarding the value of currency. So currency is just
seriously
like
don't give a shit about
a wealth
any
dump
coins.
or a material
Coins
dump.
are not
Jackson, if you don't give a
useful to
shit
me.
about coins, then why did you spend so much time researching them?
Because my dad wanted to sell them. I did it for my father.
Well, I mean, there's an inherent value of having a decimal-based currency, so you kind of have to have
It's true.
something
You
to represent
gotta
that.
break things up.
Even if you want to say the coin isn't intrinsically valuable, you still have to concede that the coin it's more that it represents that the dollar is a dividable currency.
You could just go up to $1, right? Or you could go up to like $10 and say it's divisible into ones and fives. I mean, if you really wanted to.
I mean, that's how like the
But then
Zimbabwean dollar is.
people like Jackson would not like $1 anything below a
where does it
bill
end?
anymore.
It's true. Where does it? That's a good point. You know,
I
like
refuse
maybe
rid of
like
the-
back in like 1915 when like 5 cents was enough to buy you an ice cream cone. Like maybe then coins would be
People probably
worthwhile
cared
to
about
them,
getting a
but-
few pennies.
Yeah, people probably cared
Yeah.
about that bit, but I honestly right now I don't give a shit.
Do any of you guys carry coins in your wallet?
No.
Never intentionally.
See,
My
I have
wallet
a bunch
only
of
carries
coins in my
cards.
wallet.
Well, my wallet is its own issue.
Like I could
I don't-
probably knock somebody out with my wallet if I hit them right. Like
I
I've
need
got a
to-
lot of coins in it.
I need to visit an ATM because I have a lot of like big. I have a lot of I have like not ones and fives. I need to change that out.
Every dollar of
Fair
cash
enough.
that I own, I've put into the bank because I don't use paper or like coin currency.
Oh my god,
my
you're
wallet is a magnetic thing that I strap to the back of my phone, and it just has my cards in it. That's all that I carry.
You're like the future, but
21st
like
century man.
gone slightly wrong.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not around ATMs enough or really know where an
don't
ATM
I
is.
hardly ever need cash. I mean,
That's true.
if I
I
look
just
back,
that's
the
fair.
last time that I had to use cash somewhere was probably 3 months ago. But I mean, that's just me guesstimating because I don't really know. But it's been a long time since I've had to use cash.
I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know. I kind of it just depends on my mood whether I use cash or card because it's
I've
either
used-
debit or cash. I
I've had
mean,
used cash at a movie theater before. That was fairly recently. It was this summer.
when was the I think I bought groceries the other day and used cash for that.
Hmm.
But usually I mean, if I need cash, I'll just go like I'll like preemptively get something at the grocery store and I'll just get cash back for like $20 or $40 or whatever I need, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I found out that you can pay with your cell phone now though. A couple
The Apple Pay
weeks ago,
thing.
yeah. I
My
was
dad uses that.
amazed.
He doesn't even carry cards with him anymore. My dad literally just carries his phone.
But when I saw somebody tap their phone to the card reader, I was I was just so amazed.
Well, yeah, your iPhone 8 can't do it.
It's
But
actually an iPhone 7. So
whatever
Oh
whatever
my
your
God.
freaking phone
it
is.
used to be an SE.
Yeah, I know it did.
I liked
but
that one more. I liked it so much more with its proper buttons to push down and
Braden's analog button preference.
analog buttons are the way to go. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but they are.
I do
Yeah.
agree.
I feel
Even though I've
hollow
upgraded.
inside when I okay. The only problem is the power off buttons on the side now. So the way I hold my phone, right, I would hold it before the power button was on the top. And so now the way I hold it, like I accidentally turn it off when I try to turn the volume up to like listen to something. And
the
I'm
difference is
just
that one of
slowly
them has
getting
2
used
buttons
to it.
and one of them has 1 button.
No. It's not about me confusing one button for the other. It's about how I'm holding it, right? Because I'm holding it in my hand with my thumb on the power button area, and my other fingers are fiddling with the volume.
I got you.
And because they're not analog buttons, it's like I have to push them down super hard
wait.
for them to do anything.
Analog buttons.
I guess those ones are, yeah.
There's still analog buttons on
Like,
the
it's just
my
like a
home screen
physical-
button.
Yeah.
Instead of
digital.
like actually pressing it down, it just
Yeah, that's
vibrates a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really hate the iPhone 12. Swiping up pisses me off so much because I'll be like trying to like touch something at the bottom of my screen and it will close the app and
It's
I
kind of
hate
weird.
it. I really hate
it. I've noticed on the new phone when I used to be able to like slide a message to the side and like respond to it, but now it just like it says like options and I'm like, okay, let me go to options, and it just like it asks if I want to mute this person and stuff like that. Like there's no way for me to respond to a message without opening my phone, and it's kind of like without me putting in a password, and it just kind of annoys me. Like I get why that's probably a thing, so people won't like just respond to messages, but
I
it's
bet
like,
there's a setting that you can change.
I haven't looked.
There
I haven't
has
gotten
to
around
be.
to it. There probably is. I'm just a little lazy about those kinds of things.
My knowledge of the iPhone sphere is limited. I've never had one.
What do you what kind of phone do you have?
An S10.
God, Samsung.
I see.
Gross.
I don't
Samsung
really.
S10.
I feel like I'm rather unbiased in the world of phones as far as like brand goes. As far as age of phone goes, I think I'm incredibly biased. But I don't know. I've heard that the Samsungs are really good for somebody who can understand how to use their phone. Like there's a lot of really neat features on them apparently. Like my dad's got a Samsung and I've seen him do some stuff on there
Are
that
you
was
like
kind of
calling it
neat.
the Linux of phones?
I don't know I don't know what that means.
You don't know what Linux is?
I don't
An
know.
operating
It just
It's an
sounds like
operating system for a
it just-
computer, but it like
it just sounds like something you heard on the internet somewhere and repeated to me.
What do you, Braden? Peter used Linux, and I have to use Linux all the damn time at work. So
Who
don't
the hell is Peter?
my roommate in college.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Dummyhead.
Okay.
I mean, I probably needed to introduce him for the thing, but whatever. I was going to introduce Flo for a second because Ethan was talking about Samsungs. Flo,
Oh,
my
God.
German exchange student from a few years ago, he used Samsung, and he would like whip out that bad boy and plug in a fucking micro USB, and I would laugh at it every time because I hate micro USB. It is my least favorite plug format.
I don't think I've had an issue with anything. My phone runs. Its camera's pretty good. Its volume's pretty good. Its brightness is nice. I like how the notification thing, and my whole screen lights up in a little blue rectangle.
Huh.
It's nice.
I'm
It
surprised
feels
Brandon
nice.
didn't call me
It's
an
good weight.
absolutist for saying I
That
hated
is.
micro USB.
I can't stand the new ones that are super light.
Yeah, I hate a light phone.
I want it to I want to feel like maybe if I dropped it, it might break something else when it fell onto it.
I want to feel like I could be Elmer Fudd and throw it through someone's window.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know Elmer Fudd threw phones.
I didn't
through
know
windows.
either.
What do you?
I've seen
What?
him do a lot
Am
of
I
things, but I've
referencing the
never.
wrong thing here? Hold on. Wait, I
Are you
probably
hunting
am.
rabbits?
No, I'm wrong. Hold
Yeah,
on.
unless
Hold
you're
on,
hunting
hold on.
rabbits, I'm not sure
Andy
what you're.
Griffith's name. It starts with an E.
From what? From what? The
What
Andy
show?
Griffin Show?
Yeah, what the fuck is his
I never
name?
watched the Andy Griffin
Oh
Show.
God.
Was it like Ernie?
What's his name? What's his name? What's his name?
Like
Is
Bert
it
and Ernie?
is it the sheriff or the deputy?
No. That's Barney Fife.
Barney.
Fuck, what's
I
the
have no idea what you're
I
talking
Hold
used to
on,
about.
wait, I
watch
got
that
this.
show with my grandmother.
Ernest
was
T.
fun.
Bass. Ernest T. Bass.
I know that name.
God,
I
why did
have
I
no idea
say
who it
Elmer Fudd? That was
That's
oh
pretty.
man, I'm
That's pretty
ashamed.
sad.
Rookie
I'm
mistake.
ashamed.
At least you
I'm
know who Elmer
completely
Fudd
ashamed.
is, though. To be fair, well, you
God.
didn't quite know, but we know now.
I
All
Just to
I like thought about
clarify,
it for a
errors
second. I
have
was
been
like, wait,
corrected.
this isn't right.
just to
Oh
clarify,
man.
you do know who Elmer Fudd is, yeah?
Yes, he's the guy that Daffy Duck and fucking uh what's his name? Bugs Bunny argue about
Oh,
who's gonna shoot each other.
Were you a Sunday or Saturday morning cartoon kid?
who,
No.
me?
No,
No, I
I
wasn't.
was.
I
I
was,
was
yeah.
Cartoon Network.
I'm
Cartoon Network.
outside sliding down a hill in my backyard on my ass and my mother yelling at me for getting my jeans dirty, kid.
Well, you
Dang.
can't. That doesn't mean you
That's like
can.
asserting I'm not I don't go outside.
Did you
I'm
ever?
just
Did you
saying.
ever watch?
Ethan, am I wrong
Boomerang?
though? I mean,
No,
you're
on Saturday morning, and this is like in like sixth grade. Is
in sixth grade.
Saturday
I don't
mornings?
know
I
about
was
sixth
outside
grade.
all the time in sixth grade and all
Oh,
that
no.
kind of shit, except for when I was playing video games with fucking Mason and all them.
Jackson, I was around for that. That was like all day
I
long,
know,
all the time.
I know, but
Like you could just literally walk to school and that would be the time you're outside and you could still claim that you're outside all day except for when you're playing video games.
Hey,
I never really. I don't know. I didn't really do it much like that. Outside stuff.
I used to
Well,
go outside
because
all the
it would
time.
just be me by myself, or my
I s-
brother, and my brother didn't really care. I mean, when I was younger, like when I was pre elementary school and elementary school, I'd go outside in my backyard and I'd do stuff. But that kind of died down as video games encroached upon my life.
yeah, I'd say probably the same thing.
But
But I gotta say, I honestly didn't watch any TV really, except for Ben 10 in
oh,
middle school, just because I've watched Ben 10 over and over again. If you remember this, Braden.
no, I
I
don't.
watched quite a bit of TV, and it was mainly because my parents were very reluctant to ever get me a computer or any
Mm.
sort of video game thing. We had a Wii, which I did play extensively, but
I also did that exact same thing, except I just stole my mother's MacBook to play video games on
God, you
until
would. Oh my god, I
eventually
remember that.
it would run horribly, and I hosted a Terraria world, and it would just it would crash all the time. It was terrible. But eventually, I got an actual computer for Christmas, and it was terrible. It was horrible. It was the worst laptop I've ever used.
I remember our first computer. Me and my sister shared it. It was a laptop, but it was like an old HP laptop of some kind, I think, and it was old enough to where it was a square instead of a rectangle. It would we could run we'd play like Veggie Carnival on the CD on there, and a couple other games. There's some that were probably kind of cool, but we were too young to figure out how they worked.
Yeah.
But and then we'd play like Cool Math on there. I think I got like my own laptop like around the time Minecraft came out, because that's why I got my own laptop, because I wanted to play Minecraft, because this one couldn't actually do that.
Yeah, I didn't have a computer until well after Minecraft. I mean, I didn't have my own computer till, what was it, 7th grade. I mean, I brought that laptop into school often. Like, I don't know if you remember or not, but I would play this pixel game on it. I've honestly been trying to find out what it's called, but it's like I would like be able to blow up shit with a little pixel thing.
Wait, it wasn't like the one where you were trying to blow up stuff to get the guy to go to the portal, was it?
No.
Oh, I think that was a Cool Math game.
No, this was a downloaded game.
God, I love browser games. Do they even still?
They have Adobe Flash got fucked, Brayden.
I know, but part of me is like thinking like there's gotta be.
I think there is an archive that you can go to. I don't remember what it's called.
Because I saw an ad for Cool Math games the other day though.
Well, I mean,
like
go
a couple
because
days
they still
ago.
have like browser game alternatives.
It's just the things that were Adobe Flash.
Yeah,
are all gone.
and that just happens
but all
to
the
be
good
like
ones
most.
were only. It was like if
if
it didn't come up with like enable Flash, it wasn't going to be a good game.
I agree.
I never really went on Cool Math or any of that.
That's fair.
The pre-Minecraft games, because I guess you could define Minecraft is like a stake in the ground, right? It's a marker.
Fair enough.
Pre and post Minecraft. The post Minecraft games were all Lego games.
Really?
Lego, like the stuff you'd play on their store website, like that.
Oh, like
That
Crystal
sort of stuff.
Conflict
Like Crystal
stuff?
Conflict.
Oh, Ethan.
Mars Mission Crystal Conflict. It was my introduction to RTS games.
That game just, oh my god,
Like
beautiful,
StarCraft.
flawless.
It was pretty cool.
It
was
was awesome. I remember.
Is it balanced in hindsight? I have no idea. I have no
probably
idea how
not.
it actually plays.
Oh no, I tried to play it again recently, and I like got I just like it was like recently I say it was probably like a year ago. I tried to play it again, and I got a little bit into it, and I was like, this is terrible. It's like I remembered it so much more fondly than.
Honestly, the only games I played before Minecraft, I like how Minecraft is kind of like a stake point because everyone got it. But like, the only games I played before Minecraft were like on my DS and on the Wii. Like I played like Pokemon and like I don't know, Wii Sports. Like that was about it.
I did the Lego Star Wars games.
Balloons Tower Defense. Anybody?
No,
I didn't do any of that. See,
because
everyone I knew was at school. Yeah,
you had to pay for it. So
this was before you had to pay for Balloons Tower. This also you did when you played it on a computer. You didn't play it. I never played it on my phone. It was always on the computer. Balloons Tower Defense 5 on the computer. Leave it running overnight because you couldn't, like, if you X'd out of the browser, you couldn't save your game. You'd leave like your track up overnight.
I remember that. Well, I know people did it. People try to do that in school all the time.
I'd never. I mean, I knew my school ones were doomed.
Yeah.
It was like the home ones. I had all this stuff unlocked.
Mm-hmm.
I
never
like.
did. I never did it at home. I don't know. To me in my mind, I always had more interesting games to play once I
I don't
got
know.
home.
It was like I guess I didn't. I mean,
Hmm.
I always just had. I've always had a laptop and nothing else. Like we don't have any like Wii or
Mhm.
anything like that.
I think it's interesting. Like I'm just kind of like thinking about this, how video games have kind of like they're a stake point in our lives because of when we were born. Like like let's be honest, if we were born like I don't know, 40 years ago, we would not be playing the games the way that we play them today
Well,
together, right?
Sure, but
Like we
we'd be
don't
what, like
we
50
don't-
or 60, right?
if I was born 10 years earlier, I'd probably be playing like Halo CE on the first Xbox.
That's fair, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you go, I mean, even my dad showed me like he showed me he I remember because he used to have this off like one of the
Ethan, when
rooms.
was how old is your dad?
Oh, off the top of my head, I don't know. I have to ask. I
My
can give I
dad's
can give a
like my dad's
ballpark range, but
50.
I don't want to offend them.
My dad's 50. And he has never played video games like ever. That's like never been his thing. He never did video games. What he did when he was a kid was he did horseback, and he like was out with the horse every day, or like out like
Mm,
Uh,
doing shit. Like
mm-hmm. Well,
I don't know. And my dad's never been able to understand
mm-hmm,
like where I come from and wanting to play video games all the time. And like
mm-hmm.
I've tried to kind of like I was like, hey, why don't we like play Terraria together, or like play I don't know, It Takes Two, and he just it like doesn't I don't know, something
Doesn't
about
click.
it doesn't really click with him.
Mm-hmm.
to be fair, if I had a horse,
No, he
you'd
didn't
never
have
hear
a
from me
horse.
again.
He
If
didn't
I
have a
if
horse.
I okay, if
He
I
like would run down the road to this barn that was like a mile away,
if
and
I
he
could
would
run
ride the
down the
horse.
road to a barn that was a mile down the road, you would never hear from me again, ever.
It's probably true. Most
Yeah.
definitely true. That's
Sorry,
why my
but
cousin said you be a small animal vet and buy a horse instead of being a horse veterinarian.
now we're getting insight about me. That's scary. Scary stuff.
Personal opinions.
Personal opinions. I know it's scary to hear my things being just thrown out there like that.
I think
know,
part of what
I was gonna
made
do a
video
big reveal.
part of what made video games so appealing in my life was I lived in a neighborhood where there was no one else. It was just me and
That's
my brother.
fair.
And there were some older kids, and there were also some like younger kids, but they weren't like in the same like I didn't really I don't know. There wasn't enough in common to really forge any bond, and then so it was just by myself. So that means the only social interaction I really had was school, and all of my school friends stayed in school because they'd have their little like cliques outside of
Oh, so
school
you
because
were a
they all lived
loner, Ethan,
together.
huh?
So they would like go home from school and hang out, and I just wouldn't. And so like filling up that space was split between just doing whatever, probably like drawing, video games, and reading. And at different points in my life, those have sort of like gone up and down on a ratio until eventually video games just won out consistently.
There was when I was like little, there was a kid across the street, a kid next door, and a kid on the corner, like down the way. They were all like basically at my age.
Did you
And
scare him away?
the kid across the street, I would play Nerf with. The kid on the corner, I would play Hot Wheels with, and the kid next door, I would play Skylanders with.
Skylanders. We played Nerf guns outside all the time. Oh my god.
Mhm.
Back in the neighborhood I used to live in, this one it was similar to Ethan's thing, where there's nobody my age. Everybody's super young here compared to me. I mean, I think I don't even know if anybody's in high school around here.
God damn.
Right now. Well, maybe they're like just getting into high school. I don't know. I can't remember. I'd sometimes do. Me and my sister'd sometimes do some stuff with them, but I just went out in the woods and did random stuff.
You did all your adventure stuff.
Yeah, I walked
Somehow
like
your mother
6
was okay with.
miles into the middle of nowhere, and I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, initially she was very she would not let me go back in the side of the woods that you and I go to all the time. I was only allowed in the backyard woods, which is arguably the more dangerous of the two. But
Dang.
because like they're the couple abandoned buildings by the side of
Mhm.
it that she didn't want them to collapse on me or something. I don't. She's a little bit paranoid about those kinds of things, but
That makes sense. I see the. I think the
I
fear is
can
worth it.
understand it. But I don't
I
know.
think
Now
being a
it's
young
like,
kid with the story that a house fell on you would be a very
well,
very fun story to be able to tell.
you know,
For sure, if
most
you
people
don't
who
like
get a
die.
house
No,
dropped
you
on
won't
them
die.
don't really.
Oh, you won't?
No,
No,
it's just
you wouldn't
no,
die.
no.
No,
Yeah,
you
you
just
know,
get. You just get.
It takes a
pissed.
lot to kill somebody. Like
yeah,
honestly, it
like
takes
a
a lot.
200. No, it doesn't.
It does.
I've
What? I
always been
always thought that.
surprised how
I
little
mean,
Yeah,
it
that's what I was
takes to
gonna
kill
say.
people.
It was
did you
very
not
little.
just watch a video of a tank running over a car in Ukraine?
Well,
And
sure,
the guy
but
just survives.
I mean, yeah, you'll get things like that, but I also hear of kids falling out of trees and breaking their necks and dying. Like,
That's because they fell wrong because they're idiots.
oh,
they're idiots.
so okay, let's say okay,
Okay.
let me specify with the house falling down. The house fell on them wrong, and
But
they
Ethan,
died.
that's because they're an idiot, right?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
what kind of house? Was it like a little shack or was it like a
It's
house
like
house?
one of them was like, I mean, it's like a tobacco shed and like a barn.
Yeah, those won't kill you.
I mean, if one of the support
Well-
timbers falls on me, I'm pretty sure even now it would kill me.
I mean, but I imagine if a little Braden comes running back to the house with a splinter in his eye because the whatever beam even moved and the rot like scattered
well, it's
the
not
wood
really
flakes over
rots.
him, and he comes back and
That's
he's like crying because his ears irritated. I if I was his mom, I'd be like, yeah, you probably shouldn't be going back there.
well, I never did that. There was a lot of
I
broken
definitely would have
glass
still
back
gone
there
back.
too, though. So that might have been why. Well, it wasn't broken glass, but glass bottles and there's so much cool stuff back there. I find like old bottles that I didn't even know existed, like just like old like glass Gatorade bottles.
That's
Those are
yeah.
kind of cool.
I
And
consistently
like stuff
didn't
with the
listen to my
enameling or
mother
whatever.
and would go out
I noticed that.
like there was a trail like in our our backyard connected to the trail that would go back to like a little stream and a bunch of shit, and I was not supposed to go out there without her knowing, but I'd just go. I would
Yeah.
take Josie, my dog, old dog, and I would just go, and I would catch crawfish and stuff for like 4 hours.
It's
And
like the
my
most southern thing
I'd come
I've
back and my
ever
mother
heard.
would yell at me, and then I'd do it the next day.
Never lived in an area where that was an option, really. I mean, I had like some light woods, like maybe like 1 or 2 acres. It didn't go very far back, but I'm
There's a
I'm
lot of
boxed
woods
in.
behind my place.
I at this point I go across roads, travel down the power
Rivers.
lines, rivers, ford the rivers,
Freedom, but you're
lakes.
like old now. You can't
In my
really.
where I used to live, we didn't have any lakes, but we had a pretty deep woods, and we'd go all over the place back there. Me and my friends in that neighborhood.
Hmm.
I mean, we'd go to we weren't supposed to, but there's like a logging area we went to. One of my friends like fell on a broken branch and ripped his leg open, and I don't
This is
know
why
why
your
we were
mother
like,
didn't want you going into
oh, well,
the
maybe, but
areas.
you know, it was like we walked his house was like right across the street. I can't remember his name, but and we go there and we get like some isopropyl and so we just disinfect his wound and we go about our day. Of course, he was
Honestly,
very upset.
Getting injured as a kid is just part of growing up. I mean,
Well, this was pretty bad. I mean, to be fair,
I
looked
have
bad.
ruined my legs before with horrible things. I went into a house that was under construction once.
I see that.
And one of the boards were not fully supported
Oh
yet,
my god!
and I fell, and there was a nail sticking out, and it wasn't good. And I just kind of walked back home.
And
Jackson,
these are horror stories that make
happen
parents
because
just tell kids not to do things.
did that happen because you're an idiot though?
Yes.
Oh, if you had died from tetanus from that, would it have been because you're an idiot?
Well, inherently, yes, because I was an idiot to step
my
on that piece of wood. I mean, do you not agree?
So if you're like
the causality there would
okay.
be
If
of
you
me
are
being an idiot.
I've got a question then. If you're
Okay.
walking along the road, an asphalt road,
Yeah.
nothing appears to be wrong with it, and you fall through a sinkhole and die, does that mean you're an idiot?
I mean,
The
not
earth
really.
opens
That would be
around you.
That would be not caused by you.
Would that be an act of God, as the insurance companies say?
There is no God.
Okay,
Oh,
but
there it is.
that's what the insurance companies call it. That's what I'm
Duke
saying.
power.
I threw that in there just for you, Jackson, because I knew you'd have a little comment like that or something.
Statement.
Little statement.
Dang.
I know, right?
Dang.
I can't believe people. You just people are just idiots to you whenever they
Yeah.
like.
The assertion that humans are logical beings
Exactly.
entirely.
I mean,
there's
What?
nothing
What are you about to say?
what stupid ass thing are you about to pull?
I mean, like, you think about it, right? I mean,
I don't know if
the
I want
human
to think
race
about
is
it.
inherently flawed. I mean,
But
people try to blame what happens to them on a higher power and shit like that, but it's always just them. It's caused by them.
well, I mean, not necessarily.
I guess
There are
at
tragic
least you're
things
good
that
at
happen.
admitting your
Yeah.
faults then.
Hey, I never said that.
No, that's why I
Yeah, in an incident where someone falsely perceives something and then acts on it, or correctly perceives something but still acts on does like the wrong thing. I mean, yeah, you could say that they're, it's just unwise. It's not intelligent.
But are they?
But-
There's always something someone could have done. I mean, hindsight is always like 20/20, but like,
Oh my god.
I mean,
oh my god.
like,
Nice.
I don't know.
That
what I'm
was
saying
such a.
anymore.
Oh my god.
I don't know what I'm
that was
saying
such
anymore.
a terrible insertion.
I've completely lost my train of thought.
I think that might be for the best that train got derailed.
Yeah, probably.
It was oh boy, you were starting to dig a hole there, I feel like.
I tend to do that, as you know.
Yeah.
I do dig holes.
I'm well aware.
Even if I'm digging through clay.
That's not that hard to dig through though.
Oh, when I was a child and trying to dig a massive hole, the clay was very hard to dig through.
When I was a kid, I'd dig like trenches. Like I dug French drains and stuff.
I wasn't trying to dig a trench. I was trying to dig a hole as deep as I possibly could.
I've done that. I've hit water level before.
If I did that in my neighborhood, I'd hit someone's like power lines.
No, I hit water level in the sense. I was also very close to Lake Ontario though, so it was like in a farmer's field by Lake Ontario. So it was like 8 feet down, so not super deep.
Ethan, you're
I
like
refuse
suburb
to
boy,
believe
and
that
me and Braden are like
dug 8 feet down.
You didn't dig
I'm-
8 feet down.
I
You
know,
probably
I-
dug.
no,
That's
Probably
I
dug
a
really-
massive
like
exaggeration.
3-4
this
feet
was
at most.
this
The
was
deepest
like
I ever got was like 3.5 feet.
I
That
was
as
in New
deep as
York
I
for the
got.
whole summer. I did this for almost 2 weeks. I would just, whenever I was bored, I would go out and I would dig this hole. And then there was a wasp nest in it, and we threw firecrackers down into it to try and get rid of them.
Oh,
No, yeah, I used to dig holes all the time when I was little. I used to want to be a construction worker when I was little. I still love digging holes.
How did you
It's
get
so much
out
fun.
of the 8-foot deep hole?
I mean, it's not like I dug it straight down. Like there was a
So
step
wait, so you're telling
system.
me? So this is like
Brandon's turned into one of those freaking. What was it? It's the like Indian
Careful,
guys that
Jax.
dig a pool with a stick.
I
You know what I'm talking
I know what
about,
you're
right?
talking about. I know what you're talking about.
No, I kid you not, like 7 or 8 feet down. I mean, I never actually measured it, but it was way above my head. And
Brandon,
I
it
was like,
probably 7 or 8 foot if you like think about it in terms of your current height. But if you think about it in terms of the height that you probably were back then,
What
it's
are you
probably
talking
not
about?
that high.
No. This like wasn't that long ago. I don't think you understand.
Oh, like how long ago?
Like
I was thinking you were
maybe-
talking about when you were a child.
Well, no, maybe
Is
it was.
this
It was.
pre or post hat?
This is
Pre
pre-hat.
Pre-hat? Oh, well, then
Pre-hat.
Or I should
No, but
specify
it was like
specifically pre or not pre, post hat or pre. You took it off.
no. There's
okay. But
pre-hat,
to clarify, though, this
during
hole
hat, and post-hat.
I dug until I could not dig anymore because it was filling up with water because I hit water level. Like
In New York?
yes, I was like I said, I was
You
literally
hit
the
water level
backyard-
in New York.
The backyard of the house I was in was Lake Ontario because that's
Wait,
where
why-
my grandmother lived.
Where did you dig this?
Alcott, New York.
No, I mean like was this a residential area?
This is a farmer's field.
Was it your farmer's field?
I don't have to
Brandon?
answer that question.
Oh,
It was in-
I'm
it was
gonna
in- it was-
invoke the.
It was
I'm
in the
gonna-
off season though. It was.
I'm gonna
fine.
invoke the. There's no pictures of it. This could
I don't think I have
totally
it.
be exaggerated.
It
This
was
is
not
This
exaggerated.
is gonna be. This is probably like the penny, Ethan.
This is the penny.
No, it's not like the penny. I mean, I also dug other holes. I mean, like this
You know what
isn't
he
my
probably did,
first
Ethan?
feat.
You know what he probably did? He probably it was probably a reoccurring dream, and he just would dig the hole deeper
Dig
and
the
deeper
hole
every
every-
night, and he's
he'd
just
take a nap.
imagining it.
Actually, wait. Actually, no. There actually might be pictures of it. My.
If
I
you can
think
find
maybe
pictures
my
You
of
can
the
give the
of
pictures.
my
8-foot deep
uncle.
hole.
My
You can give the
uncle might
pictures.
have
I'll put it
pictures.
in the video edition of this. Okay.
God, oh my God.
I mean, I dug
I mean,
like small little things that were like at most like 2 feet deep, and they were
Ethan, that
more
was
more
like-
like little slumps. Because I mean, it's not like my parents would give me a tool to go dig in the
Oh,
backyard.
I had a shovel.
Yeah, I was using like sticks and my dog.
I used to have this great stick. It was like a pickaxe. It would just cut through earth. It was beautiful. That was a good tool for me. But no, I got a shovel for this
So,
feat.
Did you ask for the shovel, or did you also take this from the farmer that you were digging?
No. To clarify, this is like a farm field away from farmhouse kind of farm field, and it was in the off season, so there's nothing growing there, so it wasn't a big deal.
Did you cover it back up when you were done?
Oh no, yeah, of course I filled it back in.
So
I'm not gonna leave like an 8-foot deep hole in the middle of a field.
so you.
Well, it was on the edge of the field.
Ah.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, Brain.
It's not my first feat
I
either.
don't
I dug
deny
lots
that
of
he
impressive
probably
holes.
dug like a 5
Ethan,
foot
this is why
hole.
Braden's pride.
Well, oh
I-
my God.
I don't
Oh my
deny that
God.
Braden may have dug a 5-foot hole, but an 8
It's
foot
not.
hole
No, it was
is
deep.
quite
Like
deep.
I could have buried somebody in that hole, and you would have never found them.
Well, I can bury someone
I guess
in a
they would've
2-foot
gotten
hole
tilled up.
that no one could find as
But
well.
that's not true. The rain would wash away the dirt because it'd be loose dirt.
True.
Although
That's why
then
they
again,
bury
this
him
is a
6 feet
farmer's
down,
field,
Ethan.
so it would eventually get tilled up to that point where I guess they would find him. So.
Braden, why are you putting that much thought into this?
I mean,
Are you planning on burying someone in this hole?
why? What have you heard?
Oh gosh.
It's you, Jackson.
Oh no.
I have the measurements. You're the easiest of the two, though, to do this for. You're shorter.
Ever so slightly.
Not ever so slightly, vastly shorter.
It's
like a head shorter than me.
it's like, well, from you.
And
But
Ethan's
from
about
Ethan,
my
it's not that
height.
bad.
No, Ethan's
No.
about my height.
No,
Yeah,
he isn't.
yeah, he is. He's
like
maybe
a
an
good
inch off
or
of.
two.
No, he's maybe an inch off of my
Like
height.
I am enough. I'm like
Ethan's
tall
close enough
compared
to
to
where
Braden,
it's.
where people will say that we're the same height.
Yeah, no, sorry, Jackson, you're going in the hole. And hell,
Oh,
there'll be what? 3
dang.
feet of dirt on top of you because my hole was 8 feet deep. If I have you standing up,
I'm not 5 foot.
it wasn't a 5 foot wide hole.
Cocksucker.
Oh,
Not
sorry.
5 foot.
You know, there's like a certain point. There's a certain point that you get below, and it just becomes
It
short
all
as
blends
opposed
together.
to.
I'm
all blends together.
5'11", suck my ass.
I'd rather not. 5'11".
Yes.
That's usually what 5'8" people say, though.
Oh my god.
It is what 5'8" people say. I feel like if you're 5'11", you just are always. Why would you
Why
say
would
the
you say
11? Just round up.
5'11"? I would say just yeah.
Well,
Like
because if
5'11"
I
is like the
round up,
reaching of yeah. You're
Well,
you're
if they
6 foot.
if
if
to
I
be
round
fair,
up, then I'm not telling the truth about it.
Jackson, when has that been a problem for
Yeah,
you?
I mean always give or
Because
take
I
like
want to
an
be,
inch.
I want to be accurate about my height because it matters medically wise. Because
I stopped counting after 6 feet. I
I
didn't
forgot.
care.
I'm sorry. My physician's watching this. I have to remain medically consistent.
oh my
Also,
god. Well, I don't know. It's just what I do, man. Shut up. God.
It's okay.
Just shut up, man.
Shut up, man.
Just shut up, man.
God.
Did that just kick in?
What?
Or Jackson laughing there?
Oh,
Man. God.
8 feet.
God.
Not true.
8 feet? You're 8 feet tall?
Couldn't have been 8 feet.
Whoa, my
I-
hole?
I
I thought he was talking about himself being
have
8 feet
a.
tall.
Brandon,
'Cause the
I
hole's just so
could say
true.
I could say that a certain part of me is 8 foot long, but it doesn't mean it's
Okay,
true.
Why-
I'll
okay, but
solidify my claim. I think it's unlikely that Braden's hole is 8 feet tall.
look at he's
I'll
afraid. He's
concede.
afraid to take an absolutist
Well,
argument
yeah,
like
I don't want to because I don't. It's like
That's fair.
I
That's
can use the
fair.
same thing that I could say you don't have evidence. Well, I don't have evidence that I'm right. So
Yeah, but
it's like,
as the absolutist of the group, I have to say
Wait a
that
minute.
Brain did not dig an 8 foot
Wait a
deep
minute,
hole.
wait a
It
minute.
had to have been less. It was probably like 6 feet something, maybe 7.
I was thinking 5.
Yeah, I definitely think much less than that, but like I'm giving Braden the benefit of the doubt for that. But it was definitely not 8 feet.
Uh,
I think
Are you
you
trying
took
to
it
find
where
images?
it was just taller than him, so he could stand in it.
okay, but
Mm.
you're missing the part where it fills up with water because it's so deep.
I know, but
Yeah,
I mean,
and
depending on how low you start digging,
It's
it could
fair. It's
actually
fair.
be
That could
anywhere.
mean it's like 100 feet deep
Or
or
yeah,
2 feet deep, depending on where I dig it. But
yeah.
it was a good. It was like a good 100 meters from the bluff.
I mean, I could go outside right now and dig like a 2-foot hole and have it fill with water.
Yeah, if it rained, maybe.
No, because it's Florida, dumbass.
Oh right, yeah. I'm sorry. I forgot you live in a shit house.
nice. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. That was pretty.
Fucking idiot.
I
God.
still did dig an 8-foot hole though.
I don't believe
It was in 7th grade. It was the summer
Oh,
after
In
7th
seventh
grade.
grade, you were not like very
I
tall.
thought you were gonna say this was like
Ethan,
this
me and
is
Braden
like.
were basically the same height in 7th grade.
I know. I was gonna believe you if it was in the realm if it was like since I've known you, but it's like now
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know.
Brayden,
If I could
I'm not
find a
gonna
place
say
to
it's
dig a
fucking
impossible.
hole,
towered over you.
But you know what? I think we've been on this for a while. At this point,
Ethan
it
wants
would be
to
a
change
back and forth
subject
match.
about Brayden's hole.
no. I could
Well,
go
because
dig
it's just not
one.
going anywhere. We're just talking about the same
It
thing.
won't. It won't go anywhere
I
because
could-
Brayden's gonna keep denying that it's not 8 feet because he's prideful about it.
And I'm sorry, I'm faced with an absolutist, and who will not be satisfied.
Well, yeah.
You know what? Maybe I'll go out tomorrow and find somewhere to dig an 8-foot hole.
Go do it.
It'd be
Send me
really
a
hard though
picture.
because the soil here isn't as wonderful as
Yeah,
there.
because it's.
I need to find a flat area where nobody will walk for a couple days. I also have work tomorrow though, so you know that kind of gets in the way.
Dang. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll go
that's-
and dig a hole outside.
Yeah, like an
Yeah.
8-foot hole.
Yeah,
You
just
should do it like
outside.
right. You know where like your stairs go down to the grass.
Yeah.
You know,
Do like right below
Well,
there.
you know, Ethan. What you could do is you just get like.
I
a
want to
fat
break my
person and have
femur
them
if
wear
I
like
fall in that.
stiletto
Oh my
heels and
God.
just
Mhm.
have them jump, and it'll,
I'll
they'll
get
just
my
plunge
stilettos
straight
that
through
I
the
have
earth.
behind me.
You have stilettos
Ethan, you're
with
not heavy
8-foot
enough for
heels.
that. You gotta find some fucking whale.
No,
I'm not
just
heavy enough
just
for that.
just
Yeah.
to clarify, you
What?
want somebody heavy enough to put an 8-foot long stiletto into the ground.
Yeah. I mean, anyone that you
I
could find
couldn't-
those on the side of the street here in the U.S. I mean, seriously.
Couldn't
Dang.
do that with a sledgehammer if the rest of the shoe is attached. Well, if it was just the heel part, you probably could, but
Brayden,
what? What?
I don't want to keep going into this.
I know you're really.
I'm gonna say something.
He's got that green
"Oh,
light in
this
his
was-
eyes.
This was one of the things that we weren't
I
supposed
know.
to talk about, and I brought it up.
Dang.
I know you did it strategically.
Well,
it's like
how-
exciting for you.
How long have we
It
been
is
going?
exciting for
What's
me.
your timer say? I think it's been what,
We've
like
been
an hour?
going
And
for
3 hours.
Hold on.
about
This
an
is
hour.
really-
right?
1 hour, 1 minute, and 42 seconds.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
Well,
So should we
should we wrap
conclude?
up or
Should we wrap up?
one
No.
more?
All right, just for a closing statement, I did actually dig an 8-foot hole. Jackson's an
did it.
absolutist, and Ethan is a skeptic. I did actually dig the hole.
You're a fucking boaster.
I
are we
want
just
you
naming
to-
facts about each other now?
There's not a lot of things I'll brag about, but that hole is one of them.
Oh my god, I can't believe you just said that out loud. There's not a lot of things I'll brag about.
I mean,
Add
I
that to the
try.
quote book.
I
Oh
try
my
very
gosh.
hard. I try very hard not to.
Maybe.
Just a little touch on what's going on in Ukraine right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Oh
here
my
we go.
god! Oh
News
my
update.
god!
Okay.
News update.
There's been 2 bombs dropped over the Konotop district in Kiev, and there's been an air raid alert given across the whole city. So there we go.
Oh, I guess I'll see you guys in Lvov,
Yeah.
Nice.
or however they say it now.
Well.
I don't know how to say it the Ukrainian way.
Lviv.
I
Is it
really
Lviv?
hate the way they're
Lviv?
spelling Kiev now. It's just pissing me off.
You act like you were like around for when they didn't
yeah.
spell it like that.
I know, but I just
back in my
What?
day,
You prefer
Shut
when
up,
they
Brayden.
used to have the in front of their name?
Ethan, that was never a thing.
Yeah, they used to call it the
No,
Ukraine. At least the West did.
Well, yeah, that's I mean, that doesn't
know-
mean there was actually a the.
Well,
in
I
front
know,
of
but
it.
I'm saying, Jax, do you wish it was still called the Ukraine?
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why
There we
wouldn't you
go.
call it the Ukraine?
The only
I typically
country
call it
with-
the Ukraine when I'm like
Oh my God.
referencing it in conversation.
That's like what I feel like every British reporter out there says the Ukraine instead of Ukraine. Maybe until the invasion. Siam, maybe.
Siam, Persia.
No, they probably say Myanmar. They might Burma
Myanmar is not Siam.
or not. Sorry, Same
Siam is
area. around
Thailand.
Thailand. It's not my fault.
It's okay.
God,
It's a
Brady.
Southeast Asian mix
Yeah. It's all
cluster. The Southeast
It's
Asia
all
cluster.
French China,
Yeah.
if you think about it.
Yeah. No, that's not even that's not
Even
true.
Siam's
Siam
not part
wasn't.
of French China, though.
Jeez. Well,
Yeah, it's
are we
been
good to? Jackson, you're the one with the.
the closer.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't gonna
Closer?
say that. We need a definite stopping point because we don't want to
Yeah,
keep rambling. We don't want to lead
All
anybody
right,
on.
all right, all right, all right.
I want
Clock roll.
to. Ethan,
5 more minutes.
I want to lead you on.
Yeah. Oh,
Dang.
Braden.
Not you, Jackson.
Oh, hot dog.
Hey,
Let's
Ethan, you're
just-
in for a surprise Thursday night.
Thursday night.
Well,
Thursday
anyway, this has been
Yeah.
Help Me Help You. Thanks for sticking with us.
Oh my god.
We'll
You've been
see y'all
listening
next
to
time.
Help Me
That's the
Help
outro.
You. That's
Good night.
beautiful.
Good night, New York.
Gute Nacht.
Oh my
Adios.
god. Das Vidania?